What's the best configuration? I used to ask my brother, my friends, and the internet this question. What stats do I need in a certain member of my party? What moves? How do I optimize my combos against this character? Is my main fighter even a good choice? I wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was. My strategies in video games as a child were crucial. They involved the configuration of how I played the game, and I'd share them with my friends, hoping it'd impact how they played. After all, friendly competition in Pokemon or Smash Bros was how we spent our time before the big Pacquiao fights. However, no matter your configuration, there was always the meta. The strongest strategies, characters, and setups that almost always prevailed against your opponents. It was considered the right way to play if you wanted to win. Of course I wanted to win, but adapting to the meta was hard for me. But where was this configuration in my game of life? As a kid, I had an idea of who I thought I was. I wasn't picky with Filipino food, at least I thought so. I spoke the language to the best of my ability at home. I made sure to manopo at my parents every time I came home from school. My grades were solid, and I worked pretty hard. And I was a good Catholic, even serving as an altar boy. Church was where I got to see my best friend. I was proud of my heritage, and these ways of honoring it were my meta. My love for video games remained strong in high school. I got into games that required even more strategy and attention to configuration and playstyle. For a stealth approach, I needed to wear specific armor. I couldn't put points into strength if I wanted a good charisma build. Rescuing prisoners meant sacrificing materials in the warehouse. These methods seemed like the most optimal playstyles, almost set in stone. Similarly, my life remained consistent, but there were cracks in my meta. I stuck to my faith because it was familiar, despite questioning it multiple times. I was growing distant from my culture, partly due to a lack of resources. My grades slipped, prompting thoughts like, am I even Asian at this point? I ignored these doubts and moved forward, even though I was seeing new parts of me emerge from the dark, unfamiliar and confused by them. College opened my eyes to valuable knowledge and experiences that helped me explore my identity. The Filipino Club rekindled my passion for my culture. Classes on Asian American activism encouraged me to do more for my community. A class on shamanism led me to research the Babaylan and pre-colonial Filipino culture. Learning about our progressive past was enlightening. Yet I also faced questions. I couldn't speak Tagalog fluently, nor was I fluent in Bisaya. I struggled with getting along with certain members of my club that were raised in the Philippines. Seeing how Americanized I was made me question if I was truly Filipino, or even the right meta of Filipino. My meta, my identity, was changing. It was scary because it felt unfamiliar. The definition I had of being Filipino was being challenged. These conflicting identities felt incompatible. The anxiety of opposing views and the possibility of a different path consumed me. I didn't want to leave behind my past meta. My faith taught me morals that defined me. I didn't want to disappoint my parents who raised me with it. What if they find out I'm queer? Will they shun me for acknowledging other gods? I'm trying to learn the language. I didn't have that opportunity before. I'm trying my best to learn about my culture, but why am I being shut out? What do I do? What's my meta? Not my identity. My identity isn't a meta. It's much more complicated than that. The intersecting parts that make me who I am don't have to fit together like strategies in a video game. I can choose my beliefs while respecting my past. It doesn't matter if I was raised in America or don't speak the language. It doesn't invalidate my cultural status. New parts of my identity don't prevent me from spreading the morals I believe in or loving my culture. I honor my heritage not through metas of identity, but skins of who I am. I may present different values and beliefs at times, but I am still proud to be Filipino in whatever way I show. It was never about being in the right meta, but playing the game in a way that is true to yourself.